fellow countrymen and women, as a country, we have enjoyed peace and tranquility since independence in 1964. Through this peace, we as a people have been able to build this country to be in a position to provide education, health, and other socio-economic amenities in order to ensure that each and every citizen is able to live life as foreseen by our forefathers. In the last 53 years, since our independence, Zambia has remained a beacon of peace at regional, continental, and international levels. This peace we have enjoyed has not come by accident, but through our collective responsibility as a people, expressing our motto of one Zambia, one nation. This is emphasized in our national values and principles highlighted in our Constitution, namely morality and ethics, patriotism and national unity, democracy and constitutionalism, human dignity, equity, social justice, equality, and non-discrimination, good governance and integrity, and sustainable development. We acknowledge the supremacy of God Almighty and have declared the Republic a Christian nation, while upholding a person's right to freedom of conscience, belief, or religion. These values and principles have helped us remain a unitary, multi-party, and democratic sovereign state. Countrymen and women, it is saddening that the peace and tranquility we have cherished for so long is slowly being eroded because we have a few unpatriotic citizens who have decided to involve themselves in criminal activities, thereby endangering the lives and properties of many other citizens. The means to secure their livelihood, which in most cases comes with a lot of sacrifices, is slowly being compromised. In the recent past, in a matter of months now, this country has experienced unexplained fire outbreaks and vandalism of strategic installations bordering on economic sabotage. Countrymen and women, you will recall that in August 2016, Tambalala Market in Bauleni in Lusaka was gutted. This was followed by the gutting of the Mungu local court in early 2017. In the first week of April this year, Lubama Market was set ablaze. In the same month, a person was apprehended for attempting to set ablaze the intercity bus terminus in Lusaka. In the dated event, 4 youths were arrested outside the Lusaka Central Correctional Center with substances capable of causing a fire. On May the 1st of 2017, Kafue District Education Board offices were gutted and 2 containers of petrol were found at the scene. On 1st June 2017, 10,000 households were affected in Ndola following the destruction of the ZESCO electricity pylons. This was followed by a similar act where citizens and industries serviced by the Kafue West, Lusaka West line were affected by the destruction of the ZESCO pylons. Just yesterday, Lusaka City Market, the country's largest market, was gutted and property worth millions of kwacha was destroyed. Simultaneously, a fire erupted at Lusaka's Mrs. Township Market, whose target, it would seem, was meant to damage the Zesco pylons. Fellow countrymen and women, you appreciate the recent gutting of markets who have untold misery on the poor traders and their families, whose livelihood is largely dependent on the existence of the market. This, therefore, calls for government to formulate intervening measures to alleviate their suffering. I wish to announce that a committee of ministers has been formed to be chaired by the Vice President, which in due course will provide details on the form and nature of assistance that will be rendered to those affected. Apart from the Lusaka City Market, I have also requested the committee to superintend over the rebuilding of the markets that have been affected in a similar manner. I therefore call upon the business community to support this initiative in whatever form practical in order to ensure that these people who are victims are restored to their former positions. To ensure transparency and accountability, all forms of support, financial, material, or otherwise, will be coordinated through the Vice President's office, of which details will be published soon. Fellow countrymen and women, these events are not mere acts of spontaneous criminality, but are premeditated acts which, if left unchecked, could have serious socio-economic consequences capable of drawing our country backwards. As government, you, the people, have given us the mandate to preside over the affairs of the nation. Therefore, it is our duty to ensure that each and every person in this country enjoys the freedom and protection as enshrined in our Constitution. Following these sad events, my government has decided to invoke Article 31 of the Republican Constitution, which guides how a nation should deal with an existing situation which, if allowed to continue, may lead to a state of public emergency. There is no doubt in my mind that the intentions of these perpetrators of these irresponsible actions is to make the country ungovernable, and as President of this nation, it is my responsibility to respond accordingly to forestall their planned chaos, and I will therefore not tolerate this lawlessness. As government, we have repeatedly advised our nationals to desist from any irresponsible behavior and criminality, but it would appear that this has fallen on deaf ears. Therefore, practical measures, as outlined tonight, have had to be taken. Fellow countrymen and women, by the powers vested in me by the Constitution of Zambia, I have issued a statutory instrument proclaiming that a situation exists in this country which, if allowed to continue, may lead to a state of public emergency. This proclamation will be tabled in the National Assembly in line with Article 31, Sub-Article 2 of our Constitution, for approval by the National Assembly. It is my sincere hope that the members of Parliament will rise to the occasion. I must state that this is not an easy decision to make, but in order to preserve peace, tranquility, safety of our citizens and national security, I have had no choice but to take this decision, given that the events of the recent past show that we are slowly sliding into lawlessness. The primary responsibility of government is to protect life and property in our nation. I wish to emphasize that all law-abiding citizens will not be impacted in any way by this decision and should therefore continue to go about their daily routines normally. I will ensure that measures will be undertaken under this proclamation will not inconvenience any law-abiding citizens. Therefore, this proclamation should not instill fear among our people, but instead should provide them with a sense of comfort and security. In conclusion, I appeal to all citizens and the business community to cooperate with government as these measures which will be put into place under the proclamation take effect. The government will continue to evaluate issues surrounding national security on a regular basis, and the nation will be kept informed. I thank you.